Now, earlier this month, as tensions between Iran and Israel escalated into open conflict, dozens of young people from Cleveland were caught in the middle of the chaos. One of them, Shaker Heights high school student Ezra Epstein, was in Jerusalem with an ICNext trip for teenagers.
Yeah, what followed were sirens, shelters, and a dramatic international evacuation coordinated in part by the Jewish Federation of Cleveland. And tonight, Ezra and his mom, Leah, share their story with us. Ezra Epstein left for Israel hoping to explore identity, history, and leadership through a planned 10-day trip with 27 other Cleveland teens.
I think the main goal was to kind of educate how Israel works and geopolitical issues that are within Israel.
They landed in Tel Aviv and traveled to Beit Shean, Cleveland's sister city, before arriving in Jerusalem on June 13th. Hours later, everything changed.
Thursday night, we went to a concert and we got back to our hotel at about 2:30 in the morning. At about 3, the first siren started going off.
Over the next several days, the group sheltered underground in their hostel's reinforced safe room as Iran launched a historic missile barrage against Israel.
When the sirens went off, we would go down and we all brought our mattresses down to the shelter and we slept there. It was 3 floors underground. It really felt super safe, even though there was, terror going on right above us.
6,000 miles away in Cleveland, Ezra's mom, Leah, was watching the crisis unfold.
There was fear, there was lots of gratitude for everyone who was paying attention to their safety and working on figuring out how to get them home.
The Jewish Federation of Cleveland coordinated daily updates despite the changing logistics.
They regularly communicated all of the updates as they knew them, as they were happening in real time.
We had been told on Thursday night we would fly to Paris and be home Saturday night. And then at about midnight, they told us that was not the plan anymore.
Instead, the teens were bused from Jerusalem to the Jordanian border.
So that was definitely the scariest part, I think, of the trip, at least for me. They informed us right away that we needed to take off if we had Jewish stars or if we had T-shirts with Hebrew writing. We crossed into Jordan, and after we crossed through, we hear sirens ringing. Literally above our heads, there were missiles as Iran was attacking Israel again.
From Jordan, they flew to Cyprus, then Greece, New York, and finally, home to Cleveland.
I think we got off the plane and everyone had smiles on their faces and they were kind of just hugging each other, like knowing that we were safe.
Scooping him up at the Cleveland airport was amazing, as any parent could understand. And then also the thoughts about when can we reschedule, when can we go back.
Back home in Ohio, Ezra says he could finally reflect on the experience.
Everyone really wanted to go to Israel and really get to experience, a lot and learn a lot. And we learned just not what we expected to. I think I feel more connected to Israel than before. And I learned a lot about what it means to be Jewish. And I think to be prideful of who you are, definitely the sense of connection that not only I, but other people in this community feel to Israel is very real and very powerful.
Well, thank you to both of them for sharing the story with us. Glad that they're back, and the Jewish Federation of Cleveland says it was actually the only federation in the country to charter a flight to help tourists in Israel. And despite everything, the Epsteins say they're already looking forward to rescheduling a trip back to Israel.